the idea of diversity in the city is something that makes it a complex issue to focus what all needs to be done and how to get the resources that are here organized for the future. I think all the candidates, I know some of them from the past, and,
Okay.
and I've now gotten to know initial ideas from them. I think they're all well suited, so it could be some difficult choices for people.
Sure. All right, I would like you to pass the mic to Kiana. Now, Kiana, you work, I hope I'm saying your name right. Kiona. I keep saying Kiana. It's just a Georgian slip, I imagine. Kiona, you work within the city. You're always in Plainfield doing volunteer work.
Yeah, volunteer work. I do a lot with the young people.
If you, at this stage of the time and you hearing all of what the candidates are offering and what they're suggesting that they're going to be doing, what do you think need to be done to work with the youth and things? What could they do to bridge the gap and bring the youth more into a productive role?
Well, first of all, just to be visible, so that the young people know who they are
Sure.
and what the issues are that they're standing on. Because a lot of times young people are just not involved because they don't know. So just finding ways to be visible, maybe going out to the schools or other community projects that young people may be involved in.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. Right there. We have a call in. I believe it's Annie Mcwilliams. How you doing, Annie?
Good. Thank you, Reverend Jackson. Thank you. I just wanted to call in. I was listening to the show. Very pleased to see all the candidates out and speaking on what they like to see in the city. And of course, as a candidate for the council at large position, I wanted to call in and just share a few of my thoughts.
Okay.
I just want to say, I think we kind of touched on this earlier. You know, what the citizens of Plainfield want isn't really that complex. And I think that's why people are ready for change, because they're saying, you know, we want a safe, clean city. We want access to great health care. We want access to great education for our kids who deserve it. And these are the things that Adrian, Mapp, and myself plan to do for the city. We are invested in the city. I'm a lifelong resident. Most people know my father was the former mayor. And we are hearing what the Plainfield citizens are asking for, and we see that what they want is, like I said, just very basic things. And I think what's been standing, unfortunately, in the way of that so far is, you know, we need to have people who are willing to step up, to really listen to what's going on, to ask hard questions. Sometimes they're hard to ask questions, and to demand the right answers so that we can move forward rationally and effectively.
Okay.
You know, there's something else I think we really need in Plainfield, and that's more adult education. 2 years ago, I arranged for a school in Newark to transfer 27 of their licenses for training to Plainfield,
Okay.
so that anybody in Plainfield who wanted to partner with them could just join in with them and not have to go through a long certification process and being able to teach a host of courses. But for whatever reason, if you're not an insider here, it's very hard to get traction. And I think whether I do it or someone else does it, we need to provide more education for older people, for some of the children who have dropped out of school, for some homes we have 3 generations of our failures to educate impacting that household. You know, it's not just the child.
Sure.
I've often thought in some of our schools we should make it a family school,
Okay.
and everybody can go.
All right, but we're going to stay with Annie. Annie, are you still on the line?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, I'm going to let Harold Gibson respond to what you said.
Well, I've never had the opportunity to debate with Ms. Mcwilliams, and I'm glad she's on the phone, because I would not have even mentioned anything about her in her absence and unable to defend herself. But she's here with us, at least in word, and I think that's important, that we respect her ability to be there. You talk about change, Ms. Mcwilliams, and I just would like to let you know that unfortunately, you have not been a part of anything that has been done in Plainfield before now. You're a candidate, but I don't believe there's anything you can point to in your history that was any way having any effect on Plainfield. And I have served as a city administrator in Plainfield. I've served as the public safety director in Plainfield. And some recent things in talking about change, I happen to believe that everyone has a right to be a part in city government. And what I did, one of the first things I did, was arrange for a change to a non-denominational prayer, which allows all citizens to participate regardless of religious preference. Nothing wrong with prayer, but if you're going to have prayer amongst various ethnic groups and various religious groups, it should be a prayer that affects all of them and is in everybody's favor. In addition to that, I was a part of a budget committee that helped to develop a budget that brought about one of the lowest tax increases in Union County, supported the purchase of new street sweepers to ensure a cleaner city, continued to hire police officers, and then I individually went to certain citizens when they called me, one being a lady complained about people throwing coffee cups and garbage on her front lawn in the wintertime while they were waiting for a bus that stopped in front of her house. And I personally went and had that bus stop relocated. And then I helped clean up certain abandoned properties in the city of Plainfield and arrange for the removal of some abandoned automobiles at certain locations in the city. So I have a record that I can stand on of accomplishment. And I'm sorry to say, as nice a lady and nice a young lady as you are, I don't believe that you have anything that approaches the kind of record I have in terms of success.
Annie, you have one minute to respond.
Sure. Just real quick, I think it's actually kind of that attitude that is so unfortunate to have as a leader in the community. I don't think that having a number of years in a certain position gives you exclusive access to being a leader anywhere you are. So I want to say that. The other thing is that you're on the council with several people who had not held an elected official position before they were on the council. So I certainly hope that they won't be offended by what you just said. I just want to say I understand that this will be my first elected position when I'm elected, but there's been a number of great firsts, and people do wonderful things when they're young. I think the important thing is that I love this city. I'm invested in this city. I love the kids that I mentor on the weekends, and I am about change in Plainfield, and I will use my professional experience as a business analyst at Citigroup, my economics and finance degree that I achieved at Wharton, and my love for the city to make the change with A Mapp that we need to see here.
Let me ask you this right here, since we have Harold right here in the studio. We only have like 1 minute. Would you guys come next Thursday and have a debate right here on Harvest Radio?
I certainly have no objection to that.
Can you do that, Annie?
You know, I'll have to get back to you. I am working in the city, but we are scheduled, Harold and I, to have a candidates forum this Tuesday, is coming Tuesday, the 27th, at the Plainfield Public Library. Netherwood Heights Association is hosting the event, so I hope as many people who can make it out come out and support the candidates who are running.
Okay, that's wonderful. I'll try to be there, but again, if you can have one here next Thursday, Town Talker, we'll appreciate that too. So I guess we're out of time, Melissa. We can't go in overtime. All right, well, may God be with everybody, and I wish that, I want everybody to win, I imagine, because that's not the right thing to say, but again, keep hope alive.
Yeah.
You've been listening to the Town Talker with Reverend Zachariah.